Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fortress of Solitude. Today we're going to be checking out Power Girl issue 9 by Leah Williams and Eduardo Panseca. Power Girl's role in the House of BRAINIAC continues as Paige's misunderstanding with Crush gets sorted out rather quickly in the opening pages, and the book introduces us to the tie-ins cast of characters, which include the new and improved Holiday Girls, which we met at the end of the last issue. I had thought that it would be sort of playing the opposites here, whereas Power Girl and Crush would mirror Superman and Lobo's relationship in the mainline book, where, Crush is the more, sort of open and sort of thoughtful one, where then Power Girl in that last issue was a bit more chaotic and a bit more violent, and I liked that sort of dynamic. They were doing the opposites with each other, kind of mirroring their, familial counterparts in the main book, and they kind of do that, just not how I thought it was going to happen. Like Superman and Lobo, Paige and Crush both kind of bond over the fact that their families are gone, and that they are from worlds that are long gone. The Holiday Girls add a really nice layer as well, since after sorting out their misunderstanding, they are quick to welcome Paige into their home with open arms, giving her a home when she doesn't have one to go back to at the moment. While Power Girl and Crush get acquainted, the Czarnians who jumped ship during BRAINIAC's attack last issue began their own rampage through Metropolis, using their nanoblasters to bring all sorts of technology to life, including some arcade machine, light guns and instruments that become new nanoblasters, with each member getting their own one. The Czarnians eventually come across the Holiday Girls bar, the Puss in Boots, and try and start some shit with them, not realizing that they are dealing with another biker gang. Williams and Panseca make great use of the nanoblaster, bringing things to life in this scene as much as the bar is brought to life, from the drink fountain machines to the cash register, and it all just adds to the chaos of it all. The highlight of it being Crush getting trapped in a pinball machine that comes to life and turns into an Iron Maiden. Despite the heroic team up though, Power Girl and Crush are unable to stop the Czarnians from blowing up the Holiday Girls' bikes, and thanks to shooting it with the nanoblaster, it turns into this weird sort of indestructible goo that sort of molds around the entrance of the bar and prevents the heroes from getting back inside. On top of that, Power Girl has to leave Crush to deal with all of the giant lumberjack statues and other things the Czarnians have brought back to life throughout the city before they destroy more of the city than they already have. I quite like how brisk this part of the book was, because that could have just been the tie-in itself. All these things get brought back to life and Power Girl has to stop them alone, and I like that she just does it in like a couple of panels, not even a full page, and then she's back to this story. And I quite like that was sort of like a subversion of expectations, where you think that's where the story's going to go, with her dealing with all this sort of stuff, but no, she deals with that really quickly to get back to her friends. After dealing with the giants, Power Girl discovers the Czarnians have taken the Holiday Girls hostage in the bar, and Crush and Paige are forced to retreat. This gives Power Girl a chance to become the more reasonable of the two, and she is able to convince the more headstrong Crush to take a moment to come up with a plan to save their family. And it's Crush that gives Power Girl the idea that they need to cause a blackout in Metropolis in order to turn off all of the technology the Czarnians have brought to life. While Crush and Paige didn't really work together all that much throughout the book, I do like the overall theme of family and the family you find in life through friends and people around you. And I'm hoping next issue we see a bit more of that, and a bit more of that expanding through the Holiday Girls being a big part of this book now, thanks to being hostages by the Czarnians, and what they will do after this event, because the next issue is the final tie-in for the Power Girl side of things for House of BRAINIAC. So I would like to see them sort of stick around after that. Say if Crush and the Holiday Girls become sort of regulars in Power Girl's supporting cast, I think that would be pretty cool, and give Power Girl a bit more of an eclectic supporting cast than what she already has at the moment, since her cast is quite small. It's like 2 people. It's Axel and Omen, and maybe Streaky if you want to count the cat as well. So I would like that to sort of expand her little cast of characters a little bit more. While Power Girl and Crush's part of the book is finished, the book doesn't actually finish there, as through the issue we catch glimpses of this old bald man with a robotic voice following Power Girl, hunting her through the city as she deals with the Czarnians, and in the final pages it's revealed to be Symbio, the artificial intelligence that was in Power Girl's rocket. Symbio has been in the series before and been a big main character in a couple of the issues, and he is actively hunting Power Girl, but in a really cool dynamic, he's hunting her to protect her from threats like the Czarnians, all that so then he can be the one to finally kill her. On top of that, he is also also been hit by a nanoblaster bolt, meaning that his cybernetics are all out of whack and causing him all sorts of problems. Now I don't know when he was hit by the blast since he wasn't in and around the big battles when they were happening, and I went back through the issue to make sure I didn't see him in the background of a scene get like hit by like an off blast or something, and no, it's not there. It's just something that just happened off page and just mentioned here, which is a little strange. And it's also a little strange that he's getting involved in the tie-in now, since the tie-in is 2/3 of the way done and he wasn't in that first issue. So it feels like Williams trying to include a continuation of her book's normal story in the tie-in, and this is like the only way she could work it out how to do it. Maybe I'm cool with more symbiote because I really like that character, but pushing him into a story that's over halfway done just doesn't really sit right with me all that much. Power Girl issue 9 was a great tie-in that balances action, character development and humor while also furthering the book's core storyline outside of the House of Brainiac. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10.